thing that could happen. Just drink my protein shake and shit. Worst thing that can happen. Worst thing can happen to a person. What is it? People are afraid to take risks to better their lives. They're afraid to go towards self-improvement. They're afraid to, because I already told you guys, success is on the other side of the river called danger. And if you refuse to cross that river, you will forever be within 10 feet of success, sometimes within 5 feet of success, right? And you'll never fucking reach it. Whatever success means in your life, because everybody's different, right? You'll never reach it until you cross that river called fucking danger. It's that simple. You have to cross that river. You don't believe me? Look at everyone in history who achieved something great. They had to cross something. They had to cross a dangerous obstacle, or not even, like something that had to bring them from mediocre to fucking great or legendary, right? There's always something that they have to cross, right? Whether literally or figuratively, you always have to cross something. You have to approach something dangerous for you to level up. I mean, we learned that when we were kids playing fucking Pokemon, right? I always use these fucking references because that's how I can relate to y'all. You never leveled up your Pokemon staying in Pallet Town, right? You had to move on to, dangerous grass areas and shit. You had to fight stronger trainers and things like that. And that's how you got stronger. Why do you think life is any different, right? In fact, the reason why we love those games is because they're so similar to everyday life. We just don't make the connections. Now, people are afraid to cross that river. Why? Because they fear failure, right? But if you really think about it, let me show you how irrational the fear of failure is. What is the worst thing that could happen to a person? In general, death, right? Worst thing that could happen. You die. Done. Your whole shit ends. And that's gonna happen anyway. Right? You're gonna die anyway. So technically you already failed. You can't stop that. There's nothing you could do to prevent you from going through the biggest failure of man, which is death. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. So in a sense, you already failed. You're already dead. You're just waiting for the time to arrive. Tick tock, tick tock. You're a ticking time bomb. So if you know you already failed, why do you fear failure? That's like being in the dark and saying, I'm afraid of the dark. I don't want to go into that dark room. You're already in the dark room, motherfucker, right? We are afraid of something that's gonna happen anyway, something we're already in. Life is like a plane ride that you know is gonna end in a crash. That's what life is. You in a plane ride, right? Pretend life is a plane ride, and let's say you're gonna live for 40 years. That means you're gonna be in that plane for fucking 40 years. You get to chill, work, go to school, make friends, love, sex, whatever. But you know eventually that plane is gonna fucking crash. People are like, oh my God, that's scary. That's life, motherfucker. You gonna die. Your plane is gonna crash. So if you know your plane is gonna crash anyway, why are you afraid to attempt anything great while you're on that plane? Right? It's like knowing the plane's gonna crash and you're like, I'm afraid to do this on the plane because I'm afraid of failure. And then people are like, what? Why are you afraid to fail? We're gonna die anyway, right? So that's my grim philosophy on life, right? It's when you realize that you have already failed, that you cannot avoid your death. Why fear anything else? Especially something that's gonna bring you so much more pleasure, which is success, gonna bring you so much more pleasure while you enjoying the plane ride, right? Why just sit down on the plane and just be like, I'm just gonna wait for my 40 years to expire and then crash, when you can have the fun of your life and then crash anyway, right? So guys, think about it. That the fear of failure, the fear of crossing that river is very irrational, right? Get rid of it, right? Cross that river. Whatever, I don't know who you are right now, but I know wherever you are, there's something, there's the next level in your life that you know you can reach. It's within your reach, actually, right? I'm not asking people to accomplish something that they cannot, right? I'm never gonna ask somebody to do that. It's a whole different story. Sometimes I set illogical goals, but there's a reason behind that. That's just because I'm motivated by challenge, and I'm more motivated by trying the impossible than by trying the possible. But that's a whole different video. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to do something that is within your reach, right? And I always say this: if you level 2, let's say your passion is music and you level 2, I don't know, playing the piano, and you know that your potential is level 10, then what stops you from going to level 10, right? I'm not asking you to become level 15, because obviously if that's not your potential, fuck it, right? Right? If you can't be Michael Jordan, be what you can be. Don't set out to replace somebody that you're not even gifted to fight or to challenge. But whatever is in your power to accomplish, why don't you accomplish it, And everyone who's watching the video right now, you have a certain level. You have two things. You have a certain field that you can dominate in because of your natural talents or gifts or passions or skills. You have that. And then you have a level in that field, right? On a scale of 1 to 10. Your level is obviously not 10 if you're watching this fucking video. So if your potential for that level is 10, why are you 6, 7, or 4, or 3? Wake up. Right? Wake the fuck up. begin your journey, right? I always say the first campaign in your life should be the campaign to dominate your area, right? Dominance in direction. Your first campaign in your life should be the campaign to become number one in the field you were gifted to be in, right? So first identify that field, identify your level in that field, and increase it to its fullest potential. And once fear comes in, you know, because you're going to get to that stage where you have to do something bold to level up. And when that fear comes in, oh, don't do this, it's dangerous, just remember, shut the fuck up, right? Tell fear, shut the fuck up, I'm going to die anyway, you irrelevant, I don't need you. And move on. And if you fail, guess what? You just learned the lesson. The person who fails at least knows what not to do next time, right? As opposed to the person who never moved at all and remains the same every year. In fact, you don't remain the same when you don't move. See, when you move, you level up. When you don't move, you don't remain the same. That's another mistake we make. Is we think, well, as long as I don't take risks, I stay the same. No, things wear out over time. When you don't move, you losing value. You deteriorating. You deteriorating. I fucked up that word. I know what the fuck I mean. I'm an immigrant. So yeah, move, guys. You're not moving, you're losing value. Right? I'm out of here.
Yo, come on, son. Anyway, so I was like, yo, Hansa, let's make a video and show them how we came up with these insiders. And we spent like the last 10 minutes laughing. Right? The first one is you have to chill.